Well, hey, it's JamiThatsMe here, or welcome back to the channel. Listen, I just came to talk to y'all really quickly because it appears that Ashley Darby of Real Housewives of Potomac has finally finalized her divorce. And they're saying that Ashley Darby is closing the book on her marriage to Michael because their divorce is now official. And who would have ever expected Ashley to be for real divorced from Michael? It really took a long time, 8 long years, for her to officially be divorced from Michael. Well, actually, that's how long they were married. But in all honesty, it's been about maybe 2 years or so that it's taken Ashley to completely get a full divorce from Michael. And I do wonder if she got everything that she wanted. Okay, did you get the spousal support? Of course, I do believe she may have gotten the child support, but I wonder if there's any spousal support. You all know that they did purchase a home together at one point that was purchased in an LLC that Michael's name was still attached to. So I do question whether or not she'll get full access to that home or not. All right. But you guys leave your thoughts and comments down below. But they're saying the Real Housewives of Potomac star divorce became a done deal on Monday. And that's according to the court records. Ashley filed for divorce in November, a little more than 2 years after they separated. And as they first reported, they had a prenup. So y'all remember Ashley and Michael did have a prenup. And then I think they went back and did a post-nup. A post-nup? Really? So, girl, it's been a whole lot going on with the Darby, honey, and I would not have signed a post-nup or nothing after he sat up there and embarrassed that woman on television by walking around and squeezing asses, okay? But anywho, they're saying that Michael previously told TMZ their agreed settlement included sharing custody of their 2 sons, Dean and Dylan, and he said the settlement was amicable and it was fair. Now, I do recall Ashley mentioning on the show this season that things do appear to be fair, but he kind of forced her hand just a little bit. And she says right now she feels like things were being fair. So I do question what is fair. When I hear fair, I hear that Ashley Darby will be getting enough money to maintain whatever lifestyle she needs to help assist with when it comes to Miss Sheila. Anywho, they're saying Ashley announced her split from Michael back in April of 2022, explaining she and her businessman husband of nearly 8 years had decided to separate since they were in quote unquote very different stages of their lives. Yes, they were. Y'all know Michael has been caught out cheating and all kinds of things, okay? Not only that, but after Ashley separated from him, based on how he's shown up in the marriage, he still tried to somewhat control her in a sense, which is the reason why she broke up with the guy from Winter House the last time, right? So anywho, I'm glad to hear that Ashley is divorced. Will it make me like her better on the show? Probably not. All right. They're saying the pending divorce was a hot button topic on Real Housewives of Potomac for several seasons until Ashley finally followed through and filed the paperwork. I do wonder what was the final straw for Ashley to move forward and do it. OK, they go on to say she's going to need some new storylines, and that she is. And it looks like Miss Ashley may be dipping over into the pond of Miss Wendy just a little bit to start beefing with her, all because she did not like that Dr. Wendy was referencing her man to be a Jack Harlow. And what kind of bothered me about that was, Wendy, do you not know enough about Jack Harlow? You tried to use that as a slight bit of shade, or were you using that as a bit of a compliment with the things that you said in the confessional about him being like a Jack Harlow? Not necessarily sure, but either way, Ashley is realizing she is running out of a storyline when it comes to Michael. She been ran out of the opportunity to use him on the show because he would not appear on the show and barely would allow her children to do so as well. All right. Now it seems like she's going to pick up with some beef against Wendy. And I wonder how Miss Gizelle is going to be taking that, considering the fact that she and Wendy have gotten much closer, or at least in a better place. Also, with things being a little shaky with Miss Karen Huger, who Ashley would also love to beef with every single day, I'm sure, I question whether or not they're going to be bringing Miss Robyn Dixon back to the show, considering the fact that she was over there on Watch What Happens Live with Gizelle. So I can see a strong possibility of Miss Robyn returning, and I wonder how she too is going to feel about that relationship with Gizelle and Dr. Wendy. But in the meantime, in between time, I want you guys to leave your thoughts on how you feel about Miss Ashley having a beef with Dr. Wendy.
What's your response to how Wendy spoke about that on Watch What Happens Live last week?
It was a little surprising to me that Wendy said those comments in the first place that she said in her confessional, because That's not the energy that Wendy was saying to me to my face. For someone who I consider to be my friend, I would really think if you really thought like, oh, this guy really isn't of the caliber or whatever, then maybe you'd say that. But to save that for the confessional chair, it really showed me that Wendy is two-faced. And so I didn't appreciate that at all. Like if you really felt that, you'd stand 10 toes on that and be like, girl, if you want to say this is a lateral move or whatever she said, then, just be a woman and say it to me. So I was just really, it pissed me off. I actually didn't even watch her Watch What Happens Live episode. I didn't really care to see it. Of course, I heard that she talked about me, called Josh a rented boyfriend. There are some other conversations that Wendy and I have had where she brings up things that her husband has been involved in to try to like justify her talking about Josh. They're apples and oranges, things that she really has no justification to say. And also the fact that she doesn't even know Josh. She doesn't know his story, who he is, what he represents. And he's new to this platform. He doesn't know any of this. And you just go in on him like that's low-hanging fruit. And that's really stupid of you.
What is your response to Ashley saying you can suck it on Watch What Happens Live? Josh.
Oh, regarding your comments about Jack Harlow and Josh.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I think that speaks to how deplorable and just lack of thought process Ashley has towards the whole situation, because she even tried to invoke the cancer of it all to seek sympathy, and that's not what we were doing. It was just light shade. It didn't warrant all of that. And so, I wish Ashley well, but I never thought it was wrong for you to say to your friend, oh, I think you could do better. I think that's actually a compliment. So for her to now take it to this level, it's odd. But yes, I will suck it with my husband, not my rented boyfriend.
Rented? She said she paid for it.
I'm Jami, that's me. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, tell them I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to climb.